Hey there, my friends. This is Kathleen from Be Again Books. I'm so glad to be with you today. I have the journal almost decorated, but I wanted to keep a couple of things to do with you. I'm pretty proud of the cover. It's not done yet. I have this little piece of metal to go here on this clock, gear clock element, and then of course I have to do the elastic and the beads here for the closure. But I like the way this has turned out. This is a chunky one. Yeah, 3 signatures. Here we go. I have so much going on inside. There's really a lot in here. It's a big book, but I have left a couple of pockets to do with you. See if I can find the first one. Okay, I wanted to do a belly band, and I already have made the little cluster. That's going to be the focal point, the decorative part. But I also cut 3 pieces, just kind of random pieces, from the painty paper, the painty rust paper that I did. And I'm going to make a belly band. So we're going to put them together, you know, kind of like this. And then I have, these are just those little brads, little tiny brads that I've put in the corner to make it as though this metal was riveted together. So I'm going to start, I think, let's put this one in about the middle along the bottom. So you will notice that I don't have rivets in these top ones because the paper is going to be overlaid with those. So we're just going to put this along the bottom of the page. And then let's put the second one here along the top of the page. So let me glue that down. And I kind of want to overlap it here. Not a lot, but a little. So now I can come in and glue this corner, at least. Yeah, right about there. Okay, there's the basic foundation for this belly band. And now let's put this piece right about here. So, of course, I can't have it these two. I can have it glued here. But I have to keep this area free. Get on my tippy toes and make sure that's going on straight. I think so. So now I need to glue the rest of the way up this side. And this just, you know, remains open, just part of the belly band. Okay, and now I can glue this on top. Maybe you can see I have a little bit of hand stitching here next to this horseless carriage and just kind of a dark postage stamp. Now let's quickly do an insert. There we go. I like that. Okay, now the second pocket that I've left is like a triple pocket tuck. There is some ephemera for it, and then there are 3 pieces, each like a little smaller than the other. This one I think I'm going to put on this side, and this one goes like this. This one goes on top. So they're all glued on 2 sides, and of course the size will depend on how big your page is. So this is glued here, and then this is glued next to the binding, and that's a tuck. So between this side and this side, that's what forms the pocket. And I don't want to put it too close to the binding because then that'll put stress on it. But it's this side then that forms the three sides, and then this can slip down in that pocket, right? And then this is just a piece of vintage wrapping paper, and looks like I need to round the corners. That fits like that. And then this little one comes back over here. Okay, so you see how simple that is. It's just three pieces of paper that are layered like that. Really easy but effective, I think. And that goes right there. Okay, and then the third is just this little, it's just a wraparound journal paper. And you've seen me do this before. I'm going to put it here on this page. All it is a piece of coffee dyed paper. I've just measured it to fit on the paper, so whatever size you want to make it. And then keep the 11-inch length and fold back a pocket here, glue it here, and then fold it in half. And then on this side, you have this little pocket. And then on this side, I'm just going to glue this image of this steampunk woman. I'm going to glue it right there. This was just the printout that I made the other day to show you about how you can buy steampunk kits. This journal is not a kit, but there's certainly nothing wrong with using images from a kit if you've got it. There are some really fun steampunk kits out there. So I'm just going to glue that on 3 sides and leave this side. This is the side that will be against the open part of the book. And I'm going to glue that down. And then I just found this little label, and everything about her was exotic. And yeah, I think that matches. So I'm going to put this on just down here in the corner. And then I'm going to take just some thinned paint and do some splattering. So I want to mask her face because I don't want to put splatter on her face. And then I'll get my brush. just put some paint splatters around her. Let's see what that looks like. Yep, I like it. Do you see how that just kind of adds a little bit of dimension? Something a little special. Let me dry this. Okay, there we go. I think that's cute. Now, I want to do something on this side. I want to leave this for journaling, but I'm going to just put this little bee right here. If you remember my earlier video, I had just glued a little watch gear and another little gear. And I'm just going to put that down here. And then on this side, let's just do some stenciling with this clock stencil. Okay, so now this just fits around there like that. And we'll get a rusty paper clip. And find a little piece of ephemera to go in there. And that, I think, is so cute. Yep, extra journaling space. It still leaves this open for whatever someone might want to do there. But there's lots of room for writing still on that page. So there's that, there's this, and here's the belly band. So cute. Okay, so our final element for today is going to be an interactive, what I call an extreme cutout pocket, or it's based on Peekaboo Pockets. And I have several clock elements here, and this is going to be interactive. And whenever you can, let me show you this pocket. Whenever you can include elements in a steampunk journal that are interactive, that flip, that have things that pull out or tuck in. This is just a pull out text behind this little element here. This flips down. This, I have a metal charm cluster here that kind of helps weight it here on the bottom. So that kind of keeps that down as well. But that's very steampunky. So anything you can think of that would flip or stack or open or close, that's going to be steampunk. Okay, so let's come back to the page we're going to work on. And it's this black and white page with all of these scientific apparatus and little machine parts, and yeah, this is so steampunky and I love it. So I'm going to start with this corner clock. I'm going to glue this down into the corner because it's easiest to kind of start with the corner piece on either one side or the other. And I often start on this side with a corner or a bottom, but this time we're going to start here because this is going to be the top piece and it needs to glue onto something. It's going to be kind of at the back, so I'm going to arrange it kind of like this, put this one here on the side, and it will glue on top of this one. But this one, this first piece, and I have a video that explains all of this. I'll link it below in case you want a different explanation. Sometimes a different explanation is helpful. But these all need to layer. This top one where the ephemera slides in has to be the first piece. But because this is small, this has to layer underneath here so that there's nothing to catch on. So this is just going to get glued right there at the corner between the 4 and the 5. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right there. And then I'm going to slide that under there. And let me stand up so that I can see if it's straight up. Yep, it is. Okay. And then let me just take a piece of paper, make sure that that's sliding clear. Okay. So let me just rub that extra glue off. Okay. So now we have the side here and we've got this top. And now this is going to go here and be glued here and here and here. So let's glue the left side down first. So the thing that I like about these peekaboo pockets is then when you put the ephemera in, then it slides down and you can see it kind of in all of these holes. Okay, so let's let that dry for just half a second. And now we're going to come and glue a piece there. Between the 9 and the 6, so we can glue that down. Okay, now you can see why that has to be at the back, so that it pushes everything down without catching on any of these edges that might be behind. Okay, so there's the basic pocket. Now for the decorative bits, the little interactive bits. So I have just taken a real watch face from an old watch, and I've taken this gear and 2 little brads and put those together so that these little arrows move. Okay, so this one I'm going to glue right here. And I think we better use the E6000 since this is metal. We're going to put the 12, match that up. Now that can move. Anytime you have moving parts of any type, that just makes it so fun. Now this, I want to put kind of layered on top of this. So it looks like it's going to go right across the top of Paris. And this is just one of those Tim Holtz sentiments. It says, the remembrance of things to come. Now that's an interesting concept and very steampunk. And then dab some of that off because I don't want it to push through the holes. Otherwise it will glue down this little moving part, and I don't want that to happen. So put that right there. I think that's so cute. Yeah, okay. There's the pocket. Now let's do the insert. So I have just used a little cutout from this book illustration, a fussy cut, and just a little piece of notebook paper folded, and I'm just going to glue that on here. Okay, and now this just slides right through there and peeks out here at the bottom, and I just like that. It's one of my favorite kinds of pockets. Thanks so much for being with me. I will be back in a couple of days with a video on adding just a few details here at the very end, and then I'll be back with the flip through. I'll see you again in a couple of days.